So friends, my partner for the expedition tonight is a fascinating man, Elliot Mintz, one of the world's most renowned media consultants, but a man who had a very colorful and successful career as a radio and television broadcaster before that. Elliot Mintz is someone the world should reckon with. Why, from your perspective, would it be wise for people to at least consider not getting lost, resisting the temptation of falling into that, what appears to some of us to be a bottomless pit of technology, artificialness?
For me, there is no alternative to optimism. It's to be pessimistic about the future.
Yes.
To believe in the doom and gloom scenarios.
Yes.
Both personally and universally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's not terribly productive. I mean, if I really embraced and believed that, I would just give up.
Mm-hmm.
Find something else to do with my life at this stage. Mm-hmm. Go horseback riding more often, you know. Mm-hmm. No. I'm in this for the good fight, the mm-hmm. good battle. I believe that the best in each of us has the ability to triumph, and that's contagious.
Yes, so I forget, maybe it was Barack Obama who said, be the change.
Yeah, be the change you envision in life.
Yeah.
So, as to how I personally do it, well, gingerly, cautiously, carefully. I'm not the head of any parade waving a flag. I continue to work on Elliot, and I continue to make myself the most compassionate, loving soul that I can possibly be.
Despite the difficult times in which we live.
Despite the difficult times in which we live, that's a given.
Or maybe despite, or perhaps because of, or both.
Whatever the verbiage,
mm-hmm. Yes.
You're either going to give up to a handful of influencers who are trying to get you to buy something, or you're going to think about what life is like if you don't really need that thing that you're supposed to buy.
As a media expert, it's such an interesting point. Reminds me of the quote, "The answer is money." Now tell me the question again. And what you've just spoken about, of course, is something that we as media consultants have been privy to, is that it's always about money. It's always about selling something, no matter how gift-wrapped or decorated or...
Well, that's what the internet has become. It's become the yellow pages. You can't go on it to pursue anything of meaningfulness or value without being interrupted 84 times with whether or not you want to buy
an Amazon
refrigerator
ad.
or whatever the ads might be.
Mm-hmm.
So what are my options? My options are to weed through these endless advertisements to finish reading a story that I found interesting, to inhale and exhale and say, well, that's the price. At least there's not a little slot at the edge of my computer asking me to put in another quarter to go further. It could go in that direction. There will come a time, I believe, where it'll cost you 10 cents to send an email, where it might cost you 5 cents to text somebody, where the meter is going to be running on you constantly and not in a subversive manner, right in your face.
Whether emails cost 5 or 10 cents, the politicians are probably going to find a way to tax it. That was the Beatles song, Tax Man, I think George Harrison.
Yeah. Now, like everybody viewing your show right now, nobody likes to spend money on taxes, obviously.
Probably not.
And all of us probably feel that we're taxed too much. But within recent days and weeks, there was this large bill that was signed by the president.
Mm-hmm.
We're close to $1 trillion.
Yeah, that's real money.
$1 trillion.
Son, that's real money.
Is significantly dedicated to do something about climate change.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
It will cost us more. It just will.
Yes.
We're going to spend more money for that. But
You understand, you know that as you're saying this, that there is no one who could disagree with what you're saying. However, there are many who would say, but Elliot, you don't really believe for a minute, do you, that that $1 trillion is going to be used wisely, prudently, or productively, do you?
no.
No. I mean, crazy or not.
No.
Right.
But I am hopeful that some of that cash is going to do something through various programs that's going to make things better.
A bit better. Mm-hmm.
What would it have been like if the bill was not signed?
Right.
And there was no money assigned to do something about climate change?
Denial's not a strategy.
No.
No. I agree.
So you step up and you put your extra dollars on the table.
Recognizing that some of those dollars may be misused, but that's
Always.
just, yeah.
Always.
Tell me, Elliot, what do you hope for yourself to regain in the next few years that was removed from your life because of COVID? Do you hope, having been through the 2.5-year experience, do you hope to regain your socialization more, or have you learned, no, actually, I've rather enjoyed, what do you hope to?
A sense of love and romance.
Mm-hmm.
Someone new.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as if I've missed the party.
No.
And it's not as if I don't receive invitations.
Yes.
But the real essence of a meaningful relationship.
Is not a party.
It's something that I wish would crystallize itself more. That's why the more work I do in myself, the more I'll attract that.
Right. And technology has given us, has it not, this is a question for you, permission to hide.
Encouragement to hide.
Encouragement to hide. Don't we only, Elliot, is it true in your life experience that the only conversations in which you've learned something or given something have, not only, but often been related to difficult conversations?
Certainly.
Yeah. So if you hide from difficult conversations, which a lot of people do by virtue of technology, then you're denied the very lesson or the very instruction that a human experience is meant to give you.
And that's humanity denied.
Yes.
So the new definition of communication,
Yeah.
the source of everything, it is what it is. And now we move forward. That horse has left
Yeah,
the barn.
it's not, right, we talked
nothing
about
is
that.
coming
It's not
back.
going to change. No sermon that I, you, or both of us preach is going to change that. This is the
Just
word.
work harder at being the best Michael Levine you can be.
Or Elliot, or whoever it is.
And be of assist to those who you know and love.
But would that include would that include stop hiding? Stop hiding on Planet email. Stop hiding on Planet text. Stop emojiing way through life.
Again, you know me, I wouldn't say it to another.
No, you're not going to give it advice, but you.
But in terms of me,
You, yes.
as evident by this very intimate exchange we've just had, I ain't hiding.
Well, I hope you found that just half as fascinating as I did. I trust you did. I hope you did. If you did, please like it on social media, because I think that's also valuable and important. And please join us on the next episode.